Hello everyone, you guys apparently liked Magic Forge, so we'll play at least a couple more videos here, just kind of see how it develops, and if it looks like it's picking up and it's gonna stay good, then we'll keep on it, okay? So the first thing I want to look at here, we have 355 favor. This is right where we left off in the last video, and $4,146. So what we want to work on getting today is to go into the workshop. We want to unlock budding apprentices in the workshop, and that's $15,000 is what we need. So it's going to take quite a bit there. We can also, it won't let me buy this Seal of Perfection. It says it only costs 110 favor, but it doesn't allow me to get it. So I'm thinking maybe I need to have something else before I can get this. All of these are off limits, so just kind of the way it is. Oh, I think what it is like Runic and Garden. So maybe these are two locations I have to unlock first. That might be a thing. Yeah, anyway. And then in the Forge, we can unlock enchantment upgrades and stuff, which is going to be great for other islands. But this is a lot of money, and I want to put my money into product at the moment. So what we're going to do, same thing we've been doing. We're going to make some good stuff. And I want to try making... You know what? Let's go ahead and check to see what people want. So we have a couple things. Twistbeak wants the slings, which I haven't unlocked yet. And that's unfortunate that that's what they want. We'll have to maybe wait a little bit. We can make the daggers for the elves. So that's something we could do. And then the goblins want daggers as well. So 4.4 quality and 6.4 quality. Okay, well, let's just make some daggers and see what kind of quality we can come up with there. So it'll cost us about $1,300 to start this. And I don't know, this dagger looks like could be maybe something like this, maybe. I don't know. We'll just see what this is about first. Tensions between Twistbeak and Trogmore are starting to heat up now too, so we might have a war going on there. Again, though, if their military strength is relatively even, they're less likely to fight each other. So it's kind of about that discrepancy there. Weapon trending. Dwarven Mace. Haven't seen this kind of rush since the great shortage of left socks. Okay. So now it's telling me that the maces are going to be in extreme demand. So I kind of want to hurry up on this, don't I? So why don't we take delicate hammering here. We can go extreme temperature with... a slight bias to accuracy on balance, and we'll see how that goes. But now we want to make maces because they're going to sell really well. So there we go. Yeah, this is a trend that's happening in the world right now. Okay, so from ornamentation, we haven't made one of these yet, so we don't have any information yet. So let's go minimalist here. We can go with a precious inlay and maybe just a slight natural engraving. There we go. Try to push the balance just a tiny bit on the purple side for that. Just enough to get us into that zone. Looks like it did an okay job of balancing that out. All right. So Forge goes to level 3 now, which is nice. Good productivity there. And as far as our first dagger goes, not too shabby yet. It's going to be an average of 6.3. Okay. So... with a 6.3 average, we have these guys actually want maces now. Of course they do. These guys want bows now. And these guys want slings now. So we actually don't have an order for these yet. Because I'm trying to wait before I do it, and it's not working. This is what I do in Hollywood Animal. I shouldn't do that here, though. Should accept the contract so it's locked in. It doesn't matter, though. We need to make other things anyway. So we'll just have the daggers for later. And we'll go ahead and make the maces. Well, do we want to influence their strength, though? These guys are at 133. These guys are at 130. That's pretty close. I kind of don't want to influence them. In fact, I'd like to get these guys to be moved up a little bit, too. But that doesn't seem to be... I'd have to go in and get the slings in order to do that, and I just don't want to. So why don't we go ahead and help... If I help Trogmore here, it's going to be 19. I'm going to have to then do this one after that. So we'll help. We'll get the maces for now. Yes, we'll go ahead and make the maces for now. So let's make the mace. And they want the troglodyte mace, not this one. So this is the wrong one. We need to make this one. That's what the order is for. And we can make really high quality ones here, so we already know what we're doing on this one. So we've got this here, and then I'm told that this one, this is a balance slider. I didn't read this before, but someone in the comments mentioned this. This is a balance slider that has no sweet spot. So it's meant to be used to balance these out if we're off. So this one doesn't matter as much, I guess. So I could just leave it here since we're starting out. I don't really need to change anything, I don't think, in that. I mean, we can also just look at it later and go, oh, well, round one typically is a little biased this way, so we should keep it that way, right? Now we have the sweet spots here. But again, this is a balance slider. There is no sweet spot, so I can move this as far over as I want to help balance this out if I can. So I can go like that, for example, just go all the way over to the left to try to influence as much as possible, bring that purple back over where it needs to be. And that's what that slider is intended for. So now that I've got that down. So this is the balance slider on this one. These two sweet spots are in, and you can see we definitely need to get more purple in here, so we'll go ahead and launch that. Now, I don't know if I did too much purple there, maybe. And it looks like we're actually pretty good. Okay, so we got the balance on that. Very good. All right, so way over into the perfect area there. Great balance. This is an awesome mace. Look at that, 9.8. We are going to be at 9.0 mace here. So we want to bring that over to them. Now, as we do this, it's going to make them stronger. So we send this. Then what we want to do, well, they don't have a request anymore. But what we wanted to do is, there he goes. There's the request. Okay, so this request is bows. We want to make them the bows that they want. It'll influence their impact. Our strategic impact will be 24 to their military score. So we want to make them a 6.4 bow. I'm not entirely convinced that we can make a 6.4 bow. Oh, well, it's already 6.6. Okay, yes, we can. Never mind. I got to remember where I am here. Okay, so let's go ahead and accept that. And then we're going to make the bows. And we already know the formula to make a 6.6. So you can see this. We know where that is now. We can adjust this. Here's our balance. We don't know where structure is supposed to fall. So I'll leave it here for now. And then we'll just adjust. Since this is moving back a little bit, we'll adjust the balance back this way, so it kind of equals out from what it was before. Okay. Some of you guys have compared this to Game Dev Tycoon, and I've seen a little bit of footage of Game Dev Tycoon before. I've just never played it. So apparently this is just, you guys are saying this is kind of like, has elements of Game Dev Tycoon. Maybe I would enjoy that. I don't know. Maybe I would like that. I did look at it a little bit like a long time ago, but okay, so we're fairly balanced here, and I know I need to go this way with the hammering. So I'm going to put it here, since we know these ones aren't it. It could be this. It could be, but I'm going to take a risk and say it's over here. And then on the balance side, we'll just shift this over to try to compensate for that. And we'll leave the temperature alone for now. So we'll see how that balances. There we go. We have 16 weeks to fulfill that contract. And we want to do that too. We want to, I mean, I guess if I want them to go to war, then great. But I would like to have a higher production before I start getting people into wars. Okay, so we know engraving is good. And it needs just a tiny bit more this way. So what I could do, I guess, with ornamentation, I could just move this here. And that will kind of, I think that will actually go too far. Yeah, because this is all the way over to purple anyway. So why don't we just leave this alone? I think we'll just leave it. And we'll see how that works out on the balance side of things. There we go. Shift that over there. Boom. It's right down the center, man. Yeah, that's good. All right, so threshold's average. We're not going to have the greatest of bows here, but as long as it hits the quality mark that we're looking for, which is we have a 6.8. Very nice. So we'll go ahead and facilitate that contract for them. And that should balance out their military power a little bit. If anyone wants a dagger, by the way, it's right here, just saying. Let's go ahead and take a look. You guys want orcish maces. I don't think I'm making orcish maces yet. How about you guys? You guys still on the bows? We could make you guys bows. Let's accept that, and we'll go ahead and make these guys some bows too. So we'll go ahead and grab this, and we can see now that the structure is supposed to be here. So we're going to have a higher quality bow this time. Since we moved this all the way over that way, let's bring the materials back over here to try to balance it out. So I like being able to have that one slider where I can manipulate that and it doesn't really do a whole lot. The balance slider. That's interesting to me. I didn't notice it before, so I'm glad somebody pointed it out. This still needs to go even further this direction. So see, it's not that. So we're going to go that way. Balance. I don't know if this is going to be good for power, so we can go power there. That just kind of balances that out. We'll leave the temperature alone. Okay, there we go. One thing the game doesn't seem to have, and maybe I'm just not seeing it or you know, experiencing what it is, but it doesn't look like I have the ability to speed up time. It's either real time or paused. That's a decision. That's a choice. Looks like we're pretty much dead on the middle, right? So I don't really want to influence this anymore. I think we should keep it right here. It's kind of getting a little bit too purple though, isn't it? Maybe I'll go like that. Just a little bit too purple. So we'll add a little extra red in there. Yeah, there we go. That makes me feel better. Having it adjust like that. All right, good. I think that was a good idea. All right, let's see how this bow does. It's up into the green now, so we improved it even more. Makes sense since we had more sweet spots this time. It's a 6.9. Nice. We'll go ahead and give the bows to the elves. There you go. And we're up to 5,600 bucks now. What else can we do? The slings. You guys wanting bows is interesting because I don't want you getting any better. But there's no yeah, you've calmed down now. And in fact, I kind of feel like maybe I should bump your military power up a little bit, you know? It's not too bad. Yeah, we could give you bows. I like the reward, you know, I want to get the money. So we'll go ahead and agree to that. And we'll make some additional bows, right? There we go. Everything's balanced here fairly well from last time. So there we go. You know, in a nutshell, if we leave the settings exactly as is, it should produce the same as before, right? I mean, that's kind of the idea. Whoa, so power, now we know the balance of power needs to be here. Going towards accuracy makes a lot of sense, but we need to bring the temperature up to offset that quite a bit, I think. So why don't we bring that up to here? There we go. So that's a lot of purple coming in there. Okay, so we're making even, like, refining our designs even more, innovating here. We definitely need a lot of red, unfortunately. So I got it slammed all the way over here. So we'll see. Maybe I can get more red next time on my balance slider. If the balance gets thrown off, then that's what we'll do. Seems like it worked out okay, but a little bit more red would be nice. So on one of those balance sliders, I'm going to take it over just a little bit more. But we do have it because of the being able to hit those little pop-ups. That was pretty balanced. So 9.0 is what we ended up with there. It's very nice. And we'll give these guys 9.0 bows. Now, maybe instead of giving them 9.0 bows, we could sell them here instead. We might get more money for that, you know? So if we take a look really quick, let's say we give these bows to Mist Lake. Yeah, they're all 2.3. So let's say I give these bows to Mist Lake. Okay, if I was going to sell these 5 bows, there's 5 of them, yeah? So in order to get 3,000, I'd have to bump the price to about like here. This gets me more than this, technically. And then I can make another batch. But another batch would also be 9s. So, I mean, it will sell. I can go 620 here, and it would sell for technically more than this. And it wouldn't get me any favors, which is still pretty good to have. I think getting favors is a really good thing. But I wouldn't influence their military strength by doing that. This is an easier way to do it, and I get the favor is pretty valuable, so okay. We'll go ahead and give it to them, and then it doesn't look like anyone's wanting daggers. Kind of waiting for someone to say, hey, I want daggers. But I might just sell it to the store instead. Do these guys want bows again? We can accept that. Bring their influence up a little bit. There we go. Same thing here, but this time we're just going to go like that. Just to add a little bit of extra red into the final product. Be even more balanced. Okay, and then we have everything we need there for information. Just leave it alone. And then we'll drag that into here. It's hard to make money. I think we're just going to have to... well, okay, so I think part of the reason why it's a little difficult to make money has to do with the fact that I have... between Runestone and Twistbeak. Okay, we're going to have to take a look at that. I think it's because I made the daggers, and then, you know, I didn't sell them yet, so that's kind of why. So let's come back over here. Runestone, we have a new player. There's a new place to take a look at, and they have a 158 military power. They're in alliance with Trogmore, so these guys together, they really don't like Twistbeak. We're going to have to do some work for Twistbeak here, and yeah, I think I want to accept this one next. That one's got to happen. So let's go ahead and let this run. We'll let this group of bows here. Maybe we'll accept the other one, because I think you can only have one at a time, though, right? I think I can only have one contract at a time. This is going to be a 9.0. We know that. So let's really quickly give this to these guys, send it to them, come back over here. Oh, that time automatically runs every time and it goes away. So now I can't influence that anymore. You guys are going to struggle a little bit to keep the peace. 157. Yeah, 173 over here. But it's not between these guys. It's between these guys. But I think it's maybe with that alliance, they would do more. I definitely don't want to give these guys what they want. So I think Twistbeak, you know, I need to help you guys out. An extra chance to hit during a weapon. Like, you guys are my favorite ones, you know, because all the new weapons I'm going to have later. That's great. Still at 81. Let's go ahead and sell the daggers. We'll give this to Twistbeak here. I might regret this, since they'll most likely, you know, tell me they want to, you know, they want daggers now. That's what they'll tell me. But I'll sell these for 460. Let's go 458 so I can sell them a little bit faster. And we can get some extra money that way. In the meantime, why don't we create some bows here? We'll just start building things in the meantime. We know we can make really good bows. I want to make sure I hit the furnace, though. Little pop-ups to help with the balance here. So we sold a little bit there. These guys want bows. I think I might help them. They want 7 of them, though. So I'd have to make 2 batches for them. It's a 4,900 reward, though, which is kind of nice. Helps their military by 30. Higher quality weapons. Yeah, I mean, this... maybe you guys will help team up here. Looks like Mist Lake, they have a trade alliance with these guys. Stable diplomatic relations, reduced resource prices, abundant stockpiles, and fewer available orders. So these guys are trading with each other. That's a good sign that they might form an alliance later. So by helping Mist Lake, I can kind of help Twistbeak stay up in here too. So I like that. Plus, with the reputation gain, revealing negative enchantment affinities across all patterns sounds like a cool thing to know too. So maybe we'll get to be friends with them a little bit more. These guys are just going to speed up weapon production, so just great. Like, all around, I just like Twistbeak's bonuses. So we'll accept this. We're already working on the bows. So we'll give them these bows, and if there's maybe a... No. Anathor and Twist Lake. War. Great. Great. Well, I'm not helping the elves anymore. How come can't you guys just be friends? Why can't we all just be friends? These guys are getting ready to go. 153 and 141. Well, we're helping Mist Lake right now. That should settle that tension once I deliver the bows to Mist Lake. But I'm going to have to... I can make a batch of 2, I suppose. Now the sling is trending? Really? I don't want to make the sling. I'm not going to make the sling. I'm going to specialize on good weapons, right? We want to specialize on things and make really good ones for the people who want them. There we go. Look at that. Boom. Still 9.0. Okay. Now, what we're going to do here, we can't deliver 5 because the order is for 7. So what we're going to do is we're going to save this. Okay. Then we're going to come over. I'm going to get my money here really quick. We're going to come over and we're going to make another batch. But this batch is going to have I could just do a batch of 2. That would be quicker, and I could satisfy the order. That's probably what I should do. Why don't we just do that? This is 3 weeks, and we already know it's going to be great, so we're just going to leave the settings exactly as they are. Now, here's the thing, though. Because it's a shorter duration, it's a less order, I'm not going to have the leeway on that balance. So, like, I got to be more precise with these shorter orders, which is a little bit of a problem because I'm not sure how precise I am. Right here, it looks like I'm dead center, but I don't think after this phase I'm dead center, so the balance might be off on this load. The good news is, though, that the other big batch is really, really high quality, and it'll balance it out. It averages it out. So what we have here is, we do have perfect balance on this, actually. Wow. That's pretty great. Okay, so everything's 9.0. We've just mastered that. So what I want to do is bring this over, and then I'm going to bring this one over. And what happens is it's going to give me this option to batch merge. And so I can just simply merge them, and it'll take the average between the two. So in this case, it's going to be the same, though. So we'll merge this into an order of 7 at 9 quality. We'll send that to them. And now that they are stronger, 171 to 153, we kind of have to... Well, I mean, the elves might have a problem now. You know? The elves might have a problem. But whatever, you guys started this, right? So maybe you'll solve it now. Maybe it'll all work out. You guys want orcish axes and druidic, of course. Now you guys want daggers. I'm not helping you guys, though. You guys are really strong already. 158, 173, and you're allied with each other. 157, 171. Okay, so now we have a difference between these guys. So I really should do this orcish axe. I don't think I have the resources to do an orcish axe, so I'd have to get the pattern for that. I'm at 12,000. I'd really like to not spend on more patterns here, but this is the orcish axe that they want, and just a little bit of money to get that pattern sounds like okay. I'll make this back by making the pattern, so I think it's all right. So we're going to go ahead and promise them this. It needs to be a 6.4. Ooh, I don't know if I can fulfill that order. That's actually tough. You know what? We're not going to be able to do this in enough time, but I'll tell you what I'll do instead. We're going to make the axe right here. We'll make the axe. If we do it in 3 weeks, then we still won't know. I need to know information. We'll make a full batch of these and hope that we can sell them. So we don't have a balancer, right? So we just have to wing it. So I'm going to say the structure is raw, materials will be unalterable, and the energy will be chaotic. And we'll start with that and see how it goes. And I don't think I'm going to... Oh, hang on. Now these guys want something. All right, more people wanting the slings. These guys want that. I'm not going to help these guys just yet. I want to keep... I am kind of siding with these guys. I want these guys protected because I like their benefits. But you guys are new players. What are your benefits? Shortens the time granted by kingdoms to complete new contracts. 1 month free leather. So you're providing leather. I'm already getting that from your friends. Looks like you guys are all about the leather. I'm gonna say that goblins provide leather. Dwarves provide iron. Humans provide gems, and then elves provide wood. Because you guys are both goblins and you're providing me with the same resource. So I'm gonna go ahead and just guess if that's the case. I'm not going to accept that contract with the dwarves because I don't want this to be under the rating and then have them have it fail. So instead, I'm just going to make a batch and then we'll see what they want after that. I want to learn a little bit more about this weapon. So the hammering, let's go vigorous. Temperature, we'll bring it down a little bit. Balance, we'll bring it up a little bit. And that is going to skew it pretty heavily to the red. I didn't look at this bar before I did that, so mistakes. All right, so now we need to kind of bias it a little bit this way. So ornamentation will go this way, inlay will go this way, engraving will go this way, and we'll see if we can't bring that back just a little bit. Might have been too much. Nope. It's gonna be fine. Okay. Giant oysters flooded the market with pearls. Gem prices are down. We don't have to worry about that yet, but once we get our workshop up, then we'll worry about resource prices like that. But it should supposedly mean that anything we make... Wow, this actually hit the quality rating. It's a 6.7. Okay, hold on. Do they still want it? No, now they want bows. Okay. You guys want bows too. Great. Does anyone want them? You guys are all switching. Okay. Well, we know we can make bows. So let's go ahead and accept this. They're at 157. They're pretty underpowered. We want to keep these guys strong. So we're going to accept Twistbeak's offer. We're going to make some bows. And we already know how to make really great bows. So we'll just leave this exactly as is. We know it's going to be a 9.0. And again, the whole process here is about getting to the workshop, unlocking this, which I'm having a difficult time getting there. I guess it's because I haven't sold the things I'm making, right? Like I still have that order that's not fully sold yet. Okay, so a lot of this is going to be more the same. Let me jump ahead a little bit, and if there's any developments that are worth noting, I'll make sure you guys see it. But otherwise, I'm gonna keep it going here a little bit, and also maybe getting stabs would be cool. Just saying, it's like 1625 making the stabs. I can make more than that back, and I have another recipe, but maybe we expand our library, our offerings, once we've kind of nailed down good metrics on all of the things we currently have, right? Like know how to make what's already on our menu really well before we add more things to the menu. I think that's probably where we want to go. So we know it's 9.0. Let's go ahead and give that to them. Oh, hang on. Oh, this is an elven bow. They want a troglodyte bow. Well, that's great. That's great. Okay, so we have 11 weeks to fulfill this. So this is a development. Orcish axe. I don't know if anybody actually wants this. So I'm going to sell the Orcish axe to Twistbeak here. And we're going to try to get some money for it there. We'll go, let's say, 460 should be all right. If I want to sell it a little faster, I guess we'll go like 458 with it. Then we'll save this. Come back down to the map. Orcish. These are all daggers. And then these guys want the troglodyte bow. So if I come over here, this is the troglodyte bow. So I now have to get this recipe. Great. I'm already spending more money. I need to get this recipe, then make that bow, and I need to do it in 10 weeks because I just let the time run a little bit. So troglodyte bow, we've never made it before, but if we can get it to 4.4 somehow, that would be great. So why don't we start with elegance? It's actually more raw on this one, isn't it? Probably. Alterable energy can be controlled. Let's try this. I have no idea. We have no information to go on, so hopefully we can just get 4.4 and satisfy this so we don't get the penalty. War between Anathor and Mistlake. Tragic, but the market thrives on it. Okay, so we have actual war happening between these two guys now. Now, while they're at war, their military power is going to start going down. They have attrition that's going to be baked into here. And I can influence this. So we have 167 here and 148 here. So the side we're looking to win, the side I want to protect anyway, they are stronger. So that's okay. And I don't know if I really should. I mean, I'm playing favorites here, but speed up weapon production is still pretty good here too. I don't want them to kill each other. I want more customers. But if I have to choose who I'm protecting, it's going to be the one that's trading with my favorites, my Twistbeaks. So we are deeply in the red over here. So why don't we come back? Let's go delicate, temperature moderate, balance towards accuracy. Yeah, why don't we do this and kind of bring this back in phase 2. See if we can't bring this back around. We only have 7 weeks remaining. It's not great. All right, gems prices are back to normal. So we're balanced like right in the middle here. So why don't we just kind of keep this really balanced? How about we go like this? And then this will stay in the same. Maybe this will be enough to get to 4.4 on our first run for this bow. And then we can, not have them hate us. Reinforce their strength. Okay. So how do we do? Seems pretty good, actually. It's certainly going to hit 4.4. Yeah. Not bad for a first run. 5.8, pretty good. Now we move this to here and send it. Okay. Let's see. On this side, we want to go ahead and accept all the ones from that. So we're up to 8,700. Now, Miss Lake, we want to help you, but that's dwarven maces. We can make more troglodyte bows for these guys, but I do want to help Miss Lake. So these are my humans, okay? These are my people. They're down to 149 military power now. These guys are down to 131. If I was to help these guys right now, it would reduce my relationship with Anathor, I believe, because I'm providing weapons to their enemies. When they're at peace, I don't think that matters, but when they're actively at war, and if I help Miss Lake right now, I think that's what happens. But since they are higher military power anyway, maybe it'll be all right. And you can see they're in alliance with Twistbeak, so these guys have a full alliance now. Good. Okay, tell you what. Why don't we make a run of dwarven maces just in case something happens? We haven't done a run of these yet, so we kind of want to know what they're like. So we'll go ahead and do that. See if we can learn something about it. We'll go raw here. We'll go unalterable and the chaotic energy. There we go. And we have more money coming in from that side. All right. If anything notable happens, I'll bring you back in. Otherwise, I'm going to do a couple runs here. Okay, I've just been making things. My mace, my dwarven mace is now up to a 6.2 quality on default here. So we need to give this to somebody. I think the orcish axe, since nobody wants it right now, we're going to go ahead and sell it to Twistbeak. And we'll bump it up in price until, let's say, about here. 460 is good. Let's pull this mace down and see if anybody wants anything. So these guys are still fighting. Miss Lake's military strength is now down to just over 100. And Anathor is now down to 80. So they're just beating each other up here. If I want to help them, if I want to help one of them, I could just give them some weapons. But I'm kind of trying not to do that. I don't really want to help Trogmore, but maybe these guys all get to be friendly because they don't really have any tension between them at the moment. And these guys want the maces too. So maybe I help Runestone a little bit here. I don't have any reputation at all with them. So, you know, getting to level 1 might be a good idea, at least to get some of the bonuses for that. Because they do provide 1 free leather a month at level 1. So at least getting a level 1 relationship with them would be okay. They do want 7 of them though. They're paying 6,100 for it. So we're going to go ahead and accept it from these guys. And then we'll go ahead and make another set of dwarven maces as well. Let's just go ahead and do... we can just do all 5, I suppose. I'm not sure how to get to 7 if I don't do... Hold on. So I have a 5 here. When I merge them, do I then have to split it after that? How does that work if I wanted to split this later? I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and just make 2. And... so I can get the exact amount. So this is the balance one. We can now see at least that this is a balance slider and it doesn't matter. So we're going to take maybe and go something like this. Actually, let's try this. We'll go raw and then we'll slide this all the way over. And we'll see how that goes. Remember, we need averages here. So hammering needs to be further to the right, even from here. So we'll go there. This is our balance. So we're learning a little bit more about that. And then... on power, I think we go a little further to power. Why don't we go all the way like this and just see if that works? It's probably too much red, so we'll probably have to bring it back a little bit on the style. It's not that bad. This is our balance one here, so I think maybe we go like this and then just adding a little bit of extra purple there to kind of balance it out. We'll see how that works. Get our money there. We're up to 9,700 now. We're just kind of letting those guys fight it out, you know? I don't need to intervene. So up to 6.7 now. So what we want to do is bring you over. These are 6.2s. Then we'll go ahead and merge this, and it bumps the average to 6.3. There we go. And then we can go ahead and send it to them. So that will help them a little bit there. Their military power is now way up. It might be the highest in the kingdom. It is. Okay. If Twistbeak ever requests anything, we'll help them again. They want elven swords while they're fighting the elves. These guys want druidic daggers. Okay, so I don't have that sword recipe. We do have 15,000 right now. And again, I would really love to be able to just unlock this to get that going. But I need to have enough money to buy materials and stuff anyway. So we're going to make another mace. Do I want to make another mace or something better? Why don't we make... these daggers could be interesting. Like, they're 6.3. Maybe we'll make some of these. I think gems are... The price of the gems has been restored, so we're not going to necessarily know. We'll just leave this as it was before. Unless it gives me some kind of clue on what to use. All right, so it's going to give me clues here. Let's take temperature to here. Bring the hammering over here. We don't know which one is balancing. So we do have too much red at the moment, though. Why don't we bring hammering? We'll balance to accuracy with this. A drunk camper torched the forest. Wood prices are up. Okay, well, I'm not making bows at the moment. So we know that this is the balanced one. Pretty centered at the moment. Why don't we try this? See how that goes. Fairly centered. Just a tad bit more red would be good, though. Just a tad. Why don't we... I'm worried about doing... let's just keep it, because I'm going to expand the yellow zone here, too. So it might be okay if I just leave it the way it was. A lot of new contracts coming in now. Let's collect our payment. And these guys want elven bows. Okay, we can accommodate that. Orcish flails. Orcish flails. Now everybody wants flails. Everybody wants flails. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to accept the bows because we can make those. So we'll go ahead and do that for our friends. And then as soon as the dagger's done, we can then put it in the shop and whenever. Nobody wants the dagger yet. So 7.0. Just go ahead and throw this in a shop somewhere so we can sell it. Trogmore will buy it and we'll bring the price down to, like, say 460. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and make our bows. These are elven bows. We're very good at those. We know all the numbers. We'll just let it run. Tension and between Trogmore and Mist Lake. Great. Mist Lake just about to get into a fight on two fronts here. You guys are just... Are you guys at peace now? Okay. And in fact, these guys just formed an alliance with Runestone. Oh, good. So Trogmore is no longer in a relationship with Runestone. Can you only have one alliance at a time? That's interesting. So the political... Everything just shifted. So these guys are not fighting anymore. And they formed an alliance with Runestone, which they kind of needed because they're really weak now. Mist Lake has a huge disadvantage against Trogmore, so I've got to do something about that. So I'm going to make troglodyte bows next. Unless they want something different by the time I get this bow done, which they probably do, but we'll see. Are you guys still in a relationship with Mist Lake, though? No. So no alliances here either. Weird. Okay, so all that's kind of shifted already. You know, things happen month to month, man. Well, we're still making the contracts that we honored. I would like to get to the point where I could make 2 contracts at once. I think that'd be nice, but just to lock it in, because I know I can always accept it once this is done, but I'd like to just lock it in because they keep changing. All right, so you go here, send it, then stop. Troglodyte bow 5.4. They want 10 of them. I have 27 weeks to do it, though. We're going to accept this. So we need 10 of them at a 5.4. We're already making 5.8 as our base, so this will work really well for us. For me, whatever. But I don't get any information about this one, unfortunately. We're going to leave it all alone so that we can guarantee at least getting over 5.4. But weapon trending, druidic dagger. It's disappearing faster than hot bread from an oven. Now, wait a minute now. Yeah, I put the daggers in here. They're already gone. Okay. I put daggers in the store. So, hey, look at that. It actually worked out in my favor there a little bit. We don't know about the hammering yet. Again, we can pretty much guarantee our quality remains above 5.4 for the contract if we just leave things the way it is, unless the game tells me otherwise. So 5.8 is gonna satisfy this requirement just fine. And then we'll go like this. Now, I have the money already spent for this, and I know I'm about to get paid $67.86 when I make just another set of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the budding apprentices. I'm going to buy this now. So that takes a lot of my money away. But what we have now is it's going to unlock the workshop, and it has a production slot. So now we have the stock market available to us. And what this does is it allows me to take all these little notifications where some things are cheap and some things the prices are going up, etc. I can now use these notifications to buy and sell materials on the market as well. And I will need to do that if I want my guys to be making things on a regular basis. So that's going to unlock the workshop over here, this forge. And we can have them forge whatever we want them to forge, really. In this case, I'm going to have them forge elven bows because it's a really high ranking. To do that, I need 2 leather and 1 wood. So I'm going to go ahead and tell them to do that. But by telling them to do that, they will do it ongoing. They will just constantly produce this, okay? As long as these resources are in stock. So they're going to be able to make 10 of these bows because it takes 2 leather. But what I can do is I can come over and I can say, hey, you know, maybe I should buy, you know, some of this leather. And right now the price is up, indicates that the resource price is increasing over time at the moment. So I can go in and I can say, how about I buy an extra 10 for 980 gold? Yeah, I guess so. Question. Does it cost the same price regardless of who I buy it from? Stable source prices, stable resource prices, larger stock availability. I'm wondering if this... It doesn't seem to be changing the price of who I'm buying it from. But we'll go ahead and buy 10 more. And that's going to let us make 30 of those bows. Of course, we're going to be able to sell those bows too, so it's fine. In the meantime, we will continue to make the troglodyte bows for this contract. So this is a 5.8. We guaranteed that. Bring this down, come back over, and let's do this again. It's going to cost us 1640 to make 5 more. Okay. Now at least we have a balance meter. I think maybe we had that already though. Yeah, let's just leave it alone for now. Unless it definitively tells me where one of the sliders need to be, and then I can adjust it from there. Miss Lake's gonna need some help. They only have 50. Okay, so this is telling me lots of information now. Accuracy is perfect. This is gonna have to come over because this is gonna have to come over. I'm gonna try here. And we actually have a lot of red already, so this is gonna shift over here to help balance out that purple. Here we go. Bring it right over. Come on. There we go. We're balanced now. So perfectly balanced as we'd like to be. Engraving needs to go to the left. We'll go a couple of spaces. Then we're going to bring ornamentation back to help balance that out. And we should be good to go there. Now, we don't exactly know whether these are going to be increased in quality, but I hope they are, since we're getting closer to where they're supposed to be. Okay, so this one here, we're up to level 3 on troglodyte stuff now. Now we're bumping up to 7.1. Fantastic. Okay, so now we want to bring this over, merge it, and now it's 10 6.4s. And we make a whole bunch of money. Okay, good. Next, let's see. So these have 140 now and 203. Versus 173 and 186. So these two are the ones we need to get close together or they're going to go to war. I don't want them to go to war. At least I would rather they not. So druidic daggers, they want 6 of them. We're going to go ahead and accept this contract and come over and start making the daggers. So druidic dagger is here. Needs to be 5.4 at least. We'll start making these to help out our friends. So the energy is going to come over to chaotic. Let's balance this out with materials. See if that matters at all. Here we go. All the while, the workshop is constantly making these things. War between Trogmore and Mist Lake. Both sides will lose troops, meaning more orders for us. Yes, true, they will, but I'm only helping one side. Balance needs to come over here for power. Hammering is going to come back over here. This is probably... Well, actually, we know that this is the balancing one, right? Because this one has a sweet spot, and this one is already... Actually, no. Oh, no, it's flat out telling me it's right here. In that case, we know that this is the balancing one, so we're going to put hammering over there. Doesn't specifically tell me that it's a balancing one, but we know that it is because the other two have sweet spots. Okay, I have $5,000 now. Do I want to add enchantments and upgrades for other islands? Gosh, man. Sounds good. Quality of life, auto collect. Enables automatic collection of income from trading posts. I mean, it's not that much of a burden for me to come over and just click the buttons, but I guess it would be nice to have that. So you guys want slings. I'm not helping you. So druidic daggers is where we are here. So we have no additional information on this side, and we're fairly balanced at the moment. So we'll just go ahead and keep it where it is. Tension between Runestone and Anathor. All right, we might be able to work with that. They were allied, and now they're not. So clearly they found some differences for themselves. We need to make one more dagger. So we're just going to come over and make one more of these daggers for our friends. They can make them. We can make it very, very quickly. We'll leave it exactly the same. We're not going to learn anything here, so we'll just leave it exactly the same. Yeah, it's a balancing thing. All very, very fast and good. It's pretty much dead on balance there, but it might be off once we're done. No, it looks like it's good. Yeah, we figured that out. Okay. Or I did. I figured it out. 8.4 daggers now. Yeah, that's even more perfect than these ones were. I like that. We'll merge them and deliver. That's going to help our friends out. Embargo by Trogmore. Reaping what you sowed trade-wise. So now we have an embargo against us by Trogmore. Now, I think that means that they just simply will not buy things from us anymore, which is interesting because they have an outstanding contract, but maybe nothing else will spawn. It's because I sent weapons to somebody that they're at war with, right, to help them out. Now the military power is relatively equal, so that's cool. Over here, not equal at all. Runestone might just completely take out Anathor. And these are the only elves I know. So I probably should help these guys a little bit, but they want slings. 5.4. They want a lot of good slings is what they want. I don't know. Should I just let these guys pulverize Anathor? It would make my job a little easier. I don't know. I like the idea of having one of every race in here, though, so maybe I can try and help them. If I do this, I'd have to get the sling recipe. Let me just make sure that's even available, because sometimes it's not. It's right here, yeah. So this is a draconic sling. So that is not the same thing as what they're asking for. Nope, it is. They want draconic slings. Okay, 34 weeks. We got time. Let's accept this and take this. We'll try it out, see how it works. So draconic slings right here. It's not that expensive. Take the credit resources from workshop warehouse, purchase via stock market. So if we do this, it costs us nothing. We're going to be pulling resources from here instead. I'm not going to do that at the moment, but it might be cool because I could then pull this, but I'm also pulling leather here and I'm using that for the other things. So we're going to wait and just buy it in the moment here instead. Now, as far as this goes, oh, hang on. Let's go elegant, mystical, controlled. As far as this goes, send the completed batch to trading posts for sale. Right. So we have 6 out of 10 here. And if we wanted to send this to a trading post, we now have the bows. Here are the bows, right? And so we can send them to whoever we want at this point to sell them. And obviously we want to do that. So let's bump the price up to like $645. Mist Lake can buy these from us because they like it. Okay, there we go. They'll keep going, and we'll just sell the things in Mist Lake now. And if we had that upgrade, we would be automatically collecting the money rather than having to go to the map screen to collect it. Heavily on the purple there. Let's maybe shift that balance just a little bit back to the red side here. That's probably good. Just get a little more balance in there, and we'll see how it turns out. We need to get to 5.4. I mean, I very seldomly does my first batch get that high, so we'll see. Gem prices are up, so we don't want to buy them anymore, which is unfortunate since we have this. What we could do, though, is elect to pull the resources this time from our warehouse so we don't overpay for it. But we're getting a pretty good amount of money here for... let's go this way with it, actually. Yeah, we're getting a pretty good amount of money for this contract. We just have to do it twice and hope that the average is, you know, over 5.4. Wood prices are up now, too. So, yeah. Okay. This is our first thing we've made that's draconic, I think. Average, perfect. It's going to be 5.1. Okay. That's not good. We have 30 weeks. So let's see how our second batch goes. Maybe we learn something and we can bump the average up. If not, we can always send this batch to the regular stores. We have 30 weeks. This is a long time. So draconic sling, we'll try again. And, you know, I think maybe we take the energy down. Maybe we go a little bit lighter here on this side. Maybe move the structure to raw here. Just kind of try some different values and see if that helps us increase or decrease where we're going here. It might give me a clue. I just want hints. All right, well, we know that this one doesn't matter. So these ones are the ones that we care about. We're kind of skewed this way. So why don't we use the balance to bring more purple into it? And we could swap these values to see what happens. Yeah, why don't we swap these? We'll just go like this. Just to see if it gives me any clues next time. You could also make it worse. But we're getting a bit of a speed up now because of our relationship with the dwarves. So we're able to make things a little faster. Let's move ornamentation that way. We'll slide inlay this way and engraving this way to help balance that out. And we should be good there. Let's go ahead and collect our money. Lots and lots of money. There we go. We're not going to go bankrupt. Everything's going to be fine. We made our slings. This time it is a 6.4. That's very good. I think that might balance out where we need. We need 5.4. So if I was to merge these two... Wait, what? Merge. Are they two different? Oh, are you kidding me? Hang on. Okay, merge them here. So I can't merge. I can't bring the 5.1 into here because it's under the requirement. I have to merge it here, and then they're 5.7, and then I can drag them over. That's interesting. Okay, so we gave them that. So if we take a look down here, that helps them to get to 108. Long way to go, but at least they're not 60. That's going to help a little bit there. Over here, we want troglodyte maces. We're at 106 versus 115. We definitely want to keep these guys going. So let's go ahead. Duchy of Trogmore. Oh, really? You are now in a trade alliance with Anathor. Because of course you are. You guys are just... You make no sense, right? They're your enemies. Now they're friends. You guys were friends, and now you're enemies. Everybody's frenemies. Okay. Either way, I think this makes sense to take this mace contract here to help these guys out. So we'll go ahead and do that. So we're going to make the troglodyte mace. Troglodyte mace. There. Okay, so we kind of know things about this already, right? So we know where everything goes. We've made 9.0s before. Level 9s on these, so it's great. All the while we're doing these, we're still making bows, right? That we can sell. So we're still able to make a good deal of money that way. I think things are going to start... Oh, hang on. War just ended. Okay. War just ended with Trogdor and Mythlake. That's fine. We're about to bump their military strength anyway. The contract is still open. There we go. And then we need to look at Anathor too, because they're going to need our help. All right, quality assurance, high. Thank you for giving me the 9.0. And we drag it over here and we send it. Okay. So we helped our friends. There we go. The only ones now that we want to help, or I think really is Anathor. I want to keep this kind of balance, keep people in existence so they can keep being my friends. Getting free wood also sounds great. And now we have speed up weapon production with these guys as well. And they have another contract for the bow. And I think I might actually have... Well, I'm going to accept this, but do I already have that in stock? Hang on. You're making elven bows. We don't make troglodyte bows all the time. So we want to make troglodyte bows instead. Okay, different bows, but same thing. So 5 of them, we know how to make them really well. So we'll go ahead and do that for you guys. And don't know what the energy is supposed to be. Why don't we put the energy... No, we'll keep it because, you know, we already know the quality is going to be good enough if we keep it where it is. So we'll just do that. And then after we do this order, we might have enough to buy some more stuff, you know, from the guild, which will be nice to be able to do that. Oh, hang on. Let's do that. So as far as what else to buy from the guild, I think I'll probably activate some enchantments, right? I think I'll probably just do that now. Let's activate some enchantments, unlocks enchantments and upgrades for other islands. So wider anvil increases weapon batch size. I like that. It's only 90 favor for that. So let's just go ahead and do that. And then hammer rhythm increases production speed. Again, more favor. We'll just do that. And we can just do that. And we can just do that. The favor, we're racking it up, right? So let's just go ahead and max that out maybe. And then the master's touch, we can increase things too. I think we'll go ahead and match that up. So now we're going to be producing very fast. Our batch sizes go up. I mean, all of that stuff sounds great. Seal of perfection, sturdiness 20%, increases style and sturdiness bonuses for crafted weapons. I like that too. We'll just go ahead and do that. And now we have some other stuff here. Lots and lots of stuff we can do. I don't know what this is. Styles. Elven elegance. Gives your forge an elven style. Unlocked at elf up for. Oh, okay. So the way it looks, we're just using. These don't cost anything. Gives your form. So is this like a different one? A different style? I think so. I think so. This is unlocked now. And I'm not sure, you know, if there's really any interaction on the map to work with. But now the forge is gone, which is interesting. I think I'd rather have this. Engraving. Or what could have happened there maybe is I didn't give it enough time to load because I was pausing. Maybe I didn't give it enough time to load. That's possible. We'll go a little bit this way and then the balancer will be this one, so we'll go a little bit this way. Let's see if that's the case. So I'll go ahead and do this and then we'll did I not activate it? No, I did. I activated it. Well, maybe that's just the way it is. I'm not sure. But this is a human design, so if I want to look like dwarves, or if I want my stuff to look different, I can use those, is what that was, I think. It's like a skin. It doesn't seem to cost anything, which is nice. All right, these bows are going to my friends. And now, if I accept... I didn't take the contract when they were at war, right? I accepted the contract when there was tension. I'm going to fulfill the contract when they're at war. Do they still embargo me? They do. Okay. So it's about when I complete it, not when I accept it. Welcome to a new age. We enter the second age. Unearthed technologies are already harnessed for war, and demands grow increasingly demanding, sometimes wildly unrealistic. Oh, good. All right. So we're in a new age, I guess. We still have only 5 customers. We have a market here where I might want to consider buying some more stuff here. I'm getting a little low on some things. And it would be nice to like try to find certain things that are at a good price. So, you know, depressed prices are good. Indicates the resource price is decreasing over time. So I might be able to, you know, get some new things. We also have new materials to work with now. You can see copper and steel are now 2 things we're going to start working with. And then there's also 2 under here. 2 more over here too. So, yeah, this one here looks like the price of leather is kind of inflated at the moment, so we could sell some leather, you know, for $1,700 and then buy more on the backside. When it comes back down, we can buy more. That's something we could do. We are using the leather ongoing. So like I can take this, for example, and I can say, hey, look at this elven bow. And we can put it in the stores unless somebody wants it. Let's see. You want the staff. You're looking for that. I'm not going to help you. I mean, I would help you. That'd be fine. Unless you're still embargoing me. But I wouldn't help you. 178 to 121. I definitely should help these guys. But it looks to me like this one, there's an extra bit here. Is this an enchantment? Number of weapons needed to satisfy the contract, 5. And then there's like this green icon here. I wonder what that is. I guess you guys will find out in the next video. Thanks for watching. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.